Hey guys, John Smerek here for Vintage King. We're at Rust Belt Studios in Royal Oak, Michigan to check out the Retro 176. It's a monotube limiter. It's got some features on it you don't normally see on limiters, so we're pretty excited to get to it and just check it out. So just giving the unit the once-over from left to right, the first thing you'll notice is this row of toggles here on the left. The top one's labeled interstage, which refers to the unit's interstage transformer, which separates the gain reduction stage from the amplifier stage and takes on that load, which changes the compression curve. So when it's out, you have a more relaxed, more open sound. You pop it in, now it's more aggressive, it's punchier. Below that we have the asymmetry switch. The asymmetry switch causes the unit to look at the top half and the bottom half of the wave separately. So if we were to pop it over into the plus side, now we're asking the unit to look at the top half of the wave from 0 degrees to 180 degrees, with 90 degrees being the peak. And conversely, if we pop over to the minus side, now we're asking the unit to look at the bottom half of the wave from 180 degrees to 360 degrees, with 270 being the null, and to let everything above that pass through undetected. It's a three-way toggle, so you select the center position. Now the unit's looking at the entire waveform, just like any other compressor or limiter would. Below that we have the master bypass. It's a true bypass, so that's going to allow you to line the unit up with your input signal for unity. Here's our input. It's pretty straightforward. Compression ratio, 2 to 1, 4 to 1, 8 to 1, 12 to 1. Now we're limiting by definition. Below that we have the meter selector, input, output, gain reduction. Again, it's pretty straightforward. So moving over to the attack and release, this unit uses timing circuitry that's program controlled, so it's going to follow the curve of the input signal. But if you've used an original 175B or an original 176, or you have one of those units and you like how aggressive they are, you like the pumping, you like the distortion, simply pull out the attack knob. Now you've bypassed that circuitry and the unit's going to feel like the original. Below that we have the sidechain high pass filter. This is a true on-off, 45, 90 hertz, 125, 250 and max, which I'm going to guess is somewhere around 400, and everything in between. This is not a detented pot, so you're going to be able to sweep this into wherever your ear tells you you should be. So we'll just settle on 125. And so now the unit's looking at the frequency spectrum from 125 hertz and above and bypassing everything below that. And that works to minimize, if not eliminate, pumping. So there you have it, front panel controls.
I can feel my heart beat.
So this is the unit on vocals.
Inside of my chest.
We've got it set up to start with a fair amount of limiting on it to begin with.
For too long, I can't find no rest.
And so the asymmetry switch in particular really opens up
in this world. I need
the top end. You can really hear that.
More than anything in this world. You led me to the water's edge. I was thirsting for life. I knelt down and took a drink, and my soul came to life. I need you more than anything in this world.
Open that up a little bit.
I need you more than anything in this world. I feel you surrounding, moving, changing everything inside of me. Out with the old, in with the new. Never knew life could be this good.
So you can hear how aggressive you can get with it. So here's the bass on this unit, and one thing I didn't mention on the vocal, but I noticed it really going through the bass on this is, there's certain features on the unit that, don't necessarily, some features work better with other instruments. And this interstage, I wasn't really hearing much with it on something without transients, but where it really comes through and makes a huge difference is when you are, working with drums, for instance. So, that just adds to the versatility of the unit. And so, again, like on the vocal with this bass, you really notice when you hit the minus side on the asymmetry switch and it's clamping down on that bottom end and leaving the top end open, that you get a really nice tone. And then on the side chain high pass, you leave that open, you start to sweep it down, and it starts to clamp down on that bottom end. Really kind of take some of that unruliness out, and but you leave it wide open, you get a really nice tone on the strings, on that punchy upper mid.